What's up, horror fam?
You know what time it is.
And today we're talking urban legends from around the world.
Let's get into this.
All right. We're here, boys. We're here.
Hell yeah.
All right, guys. Welcome to the Horror Chronicles podcast, your favorite podcast. I'm your host, Ryan, and with me, as always, my main man, JT.
What's up, everybody?
That's right, guys. And as you heard, we're talking urban legends from around the world. But before we do that, we're going to get into a little bit of business.
A little bit.
As you guys know, if you listen to this podcast, if you haven't been to our Facebook page, get over there and check it out. Join the Facebook page, guys. Start a conversation. We have a nice community there, people who are always, talking on there and stuff, and we're highly active on there. We also do a live show that we're doing tonight, by the way. You're a day late and $1 short.
Hell yeah.
If you're watching this, because we already did it. But anyways, guys, we do a live show the last Friday of the month, or Saturday of the month, my bad. And, it's just a great way for us to communicate with you guys.
Hell yeah.
And it's a fun time. We love doing live shows because we can talk to you guys and right there. And we'll try to get as many people in, and we'll sit here and talk to you for as long as you want us to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No matter how long it takes.
Also, if you want to get some of this badass merch you're seeing, bam, look at that.
Yeah.
Maybe not that one. But anyways, head over to teepublic.com. That's TEEPUBLIC.com. Teepublic, guys, and type in the Horror Chronicles, and you'll see our stuff.
Yeah.
Pop up, and that's a good way for you guys to rep your horror fam.
Hell yeah.
Where else can they find us, JT?
You can find us every Friday night on craniumradio.com.
Yeah, Cranium Radio.
Every Friday night at 9 Central, 10 Eastern. You don't have to listen to Cranium just for us. You can listen to Cranium. They got some killer DJs and some awesome metal music playing 24/7.
It's a great, guys. Go check that out. Craniumradio.com. Get that shit. Yeah, guys, and that's pretty much the business, Definitely come check out the Facebook page. And
I just put a new button up on our Facebook page. If you go to the Horror Chronicles podcast on Facebook, there's a button up there that says Shop Now. If you click that button, it will take you straight to our TeePublic storefront.
Ooh, hell yeah, look at
you
you,
just
smart
pick up
bastard.
our merchandise right there.
Awesome. See, he's making it easier for you guys.
And TeePublic makes some killer merchandise. These shirts are like concert quality T-shirts.
I love them.
Man.
I love them, guys.
They may be better than concert quality because I've gotten some shitty concert quality concert T-shirts.
Well, we don't make very much money, guys, but that's not really why we want to do it. We did this because we want you guys to be able to rep your horror fam.
Yeah.
We want to see how much you guys appreciate us. And don't forget, if you guys are buying a merch, send us a pic on the Facebook.
For sure.
And we'll shout you guys out on the podcast. And
we'll shame you on Facebook.
Yes, we will shame you. But anyways, guys, that's the business. We're going to get into some cool-ass urban legends from, all over different parts of the world.
Yeah, just some creepy stories that happen, in places you wouldn't necessarily expect.
Yeah, and some you probably would expect.
Some of these you may have heard of, but I'm guessing probably not because we both tried to pick some really obscure shit.
Yeah, I picked some pretty cool ones from some areas, and I just kind of want to, get some... I like learning about stuff from all over the world, especially because America's so young. Other countries have such a rich history.
Yeah.
And,
And it's not like we don't have some cool shit going on here.
Oh, hell yeah.
But, a lot of that we've talked about. Some of it we haven't. We're going to get into a state-by-state thing at some point.
Yeah, we'll be doing all kinds of cool shows.
But, we kind of dug into some weird archives and came up with some weird little short stories to tell you guys just to pique your interest.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, guys, by the way, if you want to get on a show, you know how to do that. Send us a message. Say, hey, I'd like to get on a show, and we'll set it up. We take calls, so it's that easy.
Yeah, either PM us on Facebook or send us a message on Horror Chronicles Podcast at gmail.com.
Hell yeah, guys, and we'll set that up. But anyways, let's get into some of these cool.
Let's get into it.
Cool ass stuff. I'll tell you what. I'll talk about this one real quick.
I'm gonna let you talk all night.
Yeah. Well, this one I think you're gonna think is pretty cool. And this is from Ireland. And
I already think it's cool.
Exactly, because I'm from there, so it's got to be cool.
Hell yeah.
Well, my bloodline says I'm from there anyway. At least 45% from what the DNA test says.
Kill you and your dreams tonight.
But this is the dairy vampire.
Dairy. Wait.
Uh-huh.
Dairy?
The dairy vampire. D-E-R-R-Y.
Oh.
D-E-R-R-Y.
Where else do we know dairy from?
Exactly.
Oh.
It's not that place, though. Well, the reason why you would think this is cool, JT, is because a lot of people believe, and it's kind of true if you think about it, this vampire legend, urban legend, is the one that inspired Dracula.
Whoa. Mr. Bram Stoker himself.
That's right. He was highly influenced by this story. The actual writer...
Well, this must be pretty old because...
Yes.
If I remember right, the Bram Stoker wrote Dracula in the 1800s.
Yeah, well, think about it. You're thinking about Ireland here.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So this is this dates back as far as they can,
Right.
It's a huge legend over in Ireland.
Nice.
And, it's called the Dairy Vampire. And there's this tree. I can't remember the name of the place, but there's a tree growing in the middle of this field. And this vampire is said to be intertwined with this tree.
I hope it's not the Joshua tree.
Is intertwined with this tree. And the legend had it, that there was a man who had powers.
Okay.
And he used them to gain power and all this other stuff like that, right? Well, he ended up dying, and he was considered a warlock, you would say, I guess,
Okay.
a male witch or whatever. And he when he died, they buried him underneath these rocks, underneath this tree, and they said that he came back. Like a day or two later, his body came back, and he came back and started living off the blood of other people. When he came back, he tried to live his regular life.
The life force.
And he tried to live his regular life, and he was there was someone feeding him bowls of blood, and and eventually they were like, "Look, I can't do it no more. I can't feed you these bowls of blood." And then so he started killing and everything. Well, the town got together. And they did this ritual, and they buried him underneath this tree and everything. And they said that you can't cut the tree, you can't take the tree down, nothing can happen because.
If I had to imagine, they probably separated his head from his body.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's
what you're supposed to do.
Folklore there.
And he's supposedly intertwined with this tree now, so his body is.
Oh, fucking trees! Trees are interesting because there's some really creepy trees out there. You ever looked at a tree and just thought, fuck, dude?
Dude, reminds me of Ernest Scared Stupid.
Okay, yeah. I was thinking more like Poltergeist, but okay. Yeah,
I like Ernest Scared
Stupid. Yeah.
But no, I thought you would like that one too because, like I said,
that's fucking cool, dude.
I guess the original writer of this was Irish, and he, took it and ran with it.
Nice.
And he was.
I didn't know what Bram Stoker was. Maybe he was Irish.
I don't know if he was or not. I know that he got.
Oh, you're talking the original.
The original person who wrote about this and where Bram Stoker got his idea from.
Yeah.
And he ran with it.
Okay. I gotcha.
And he was highly influenced with that. So a lot of people say that this is the one that, gave you Dracula.
Nice.
So I was like, that's pretty fucking cool.
Nice. That's cool. I want to go off on a little tangent here about vampires because we've talked about vampires numerous times, and there are different types of vampires.
Yeah, some sparkle.
Do what? Some sparkle. Yeah, others burst into flames. Hey, they're a flaming vampire. Hey. But have you ever heard of a psychic vampire?
Yes.
Yeah. So psychic vampires are vampires that
feed off of
the emotions of other people.
Yes,
you know,
100%.
You may work with a few of those.
Fuck yes.
I know I do.
Fuck yeah.
But
you
yes. Psychic vampires always pops into my head whenever we have vampire stories.
There's people like that, man, that I
there
just
are
straight
a lot of people
fucking
out there like
drain me.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I can't. I just
Have
can't
you
anymore.
happened to catch the series What We Do in the Shadows?
No, I seen a thing pop up on my deal.
Okay, so my wife and I decided we were going to start trying to watch that. We had watched the movie and it was okay. You know, it was decent. Well, then they did a series on, I think it's on FX, to be honest with you. I don't remember,
I'm gonna have to check out
but
that movie.
I think it's on FX. But we only got like the first 4 episodes of the first season, and then it flipped to the second season. So we haven't watched the second season yet because we want to find the first season, and we're having problems finding it.
What did he only go for?
But in there, it's funny. They've got a psychic vampire that kind of lives with them, but he works in an office where there's another psychic vampire, and it's a woman.
Oh, Jesus.
You know, oh yeah, it's the hilarity ensues. Yeah, it's a funny show. You know.
All right, well, let's get into something else.
Okay, so
I thought that was pretty cool, though.
That is very cool. Very cool. I find vampires fascinating.
Well, you should check that out because
I'm gonna have to read into that.
It's an awesome story.
Yeah,
You'll like it,
yeah.
and you'll see where Bram Stoker got his. You know, oh, that's where he got that from.
Yeah,
That's where he got that from.
So I found a place. It's called the Indian city of Kandahar. Does Kandahar sound familiar to you?
Yes.
So Kandahar, they talk about in The Evil Dead.
Yes. Yes, I knew that.
I don't know that it has anything to do with
that?
the story.
It's just
but
kind of the word.
It just, whenever I saw that, I was like, okay, I got to read into this. You know, because I was like, you know, I'm a big Evil Dead fan. So
maybe this has something to do with it.
So, well, I don't think so because it's a weird story.
Oh, yeah.
This story is along the lines of Roanoke. If
Gotcha.
you know anything about Roanoke. So the Indian city of Kandahar was the city that was formed during the 13th century. Okay. I don't know how many people live there. I never could find an accurate population of it. But basically what happened in this place is there were thousands of villagers that just seemingly disappeared overnight.
Would you hear that?
Nobody can explain where they went, what happened to them. They just vanished. Now, it is said that the last people that lived in this place were in 1825. So, in the grand scheme of things, 1825 was really not that long
ago at all, yeah.
You know, you're talking almost 200 years.
Yeah.
So
2 people ago.
It's really weird. This whole story, there's not a lot out there about it other than this civilization just completely vanished and nobody can explain where they went. There's some conjecture out there about maybe there were some poisoned wells, like some, you know, the water wells in the city had gotten contaminated with something and everybody left. I also ran across a story about a ruler that ruled the land that not really forced the people out, but he put such a burden on these people
that they left.
It's really hard to say what happened to the civilization. What was interesting was there's a group called the Indian Paranormal Society, and they have went out there numerous times, and they said it's very strange when you go out there. They hear like disembodied voices. They hear whispers. Sometimes they hear screams. They said once it gets dark, you end up hearing a lot of noise in this place. And now there hasn't been anybody in this village for 200 years. They don't know what the noises are that they're catching. There have been a few members who have claimed to have seen apparitions there. It's hard to say what happened to those. Like I said, it's a lot like Roanoke. Roanoke, the entire community disappeared.
Yeah, and
overnight.
There's several stories like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of them around the world, but I just kind of, when I saw Kandahar, I was like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Well, speaking of something like that, you kind of we'll jump on over to
Let's jump on over.
We'll jump on over to Russia.
Back in the USSR.
And we're going to talk about something called the Well to Hell. The well.
Oh, hell, it's a well.
The Well to Hell. This is a pretty cool urban legend, guys. Because as you know, Siberia is very, very huge.
It's very, very cold.
Very huge, very cold.
It's very huge.
Very, very huge. But anyways, there's an urban legend. And there's an actual place like this. I can't remember the name of what they call it, but basically there's a giant hole that they've dug. They made cavern, this giant, like, whatever they're mining out of there, But anyways, the Well to Hell, as the urban legend goes, there was a team of geologists and archaeologists who were doing, digs and core samples and things like that in the permafrost.
I like it when they sample my core.
Yeah, in the permafrost. So, as they were digging, they got about 8.9 miles down.
That's very specific.
That's what they said.
Okay, cool.
Maybe they were pushing for that last little feet because what happened was, as they got down to that 8.9 miles, the drill started going like crazy, right? Which means they reached a big hole.
Okay.
They've hit a cavern.
Yeah.
So as soon as they hit this cavern and they bring the drill back up, they start hearing things. That sounds like people screaming in agony. Right? Or something. They hear something. So they take these mics and they run them down. They take these mics and they run them down into the hole. And they start hearing people screaming, people asking for help, people fucking.
What the fuck?
Said it sounded like 1,000, or they said it sounded like 1,000,000 disembodied souls screaming for help.
Oh, they drilled into hell.
And they said that when they got down to that, it was
So that'll tell you, folks, hell is only 8.9 miles away.
They said that when they got down to that the temperature was 2,000 degrees.
Wow.
When it reached down. And then the people got so freaked out from hearing all the voices and stuff, they just completely left the middle of Siberia and left the dig, everything, all the equipment, and just took off. Never been back. Now, this I thought that was a pretty cool ass urban legend. And, it's hard in a country like that that's so vast, especially Siberia, and it's so cold and it's so vast. There's no way to confirm nor deny it.
Right.
Now, there are several places that they actually do dig in that make giant fucking caverns and shit like that. They had a couple pictures of them up there. And, but those are closer to cities. So this urban legend I thought was really cool because, like, they said that, like they stuck the mics down there and they started hearing the people sound like, yeah.
Wow.
How fucking crazy would that be? You dig a fucking hole down that deep and it's like
intense,
all you hear is people fucking screaming for help and
help me,
Charlie bit me.
Oh shit! I haven't seen that in forever.
Okay, your turn, ass fuck.
No, we're done. We're done.
And we're fucking done, you fucks.
All right. So the next story I want to get into is the story about gins. Jinn.
Gin tonics.
Gin is basically a genie. And this story comes from what they call the UAE, which is the United Arab Emirate.
Oh, I thought it was Emirates.
So it's from the Arab Republic.
Gotcha.
So they claim that there is a jinn and her name is Al Dawis. I think I'm saying that right.
Dawis.
Al Dawis.
Al Dawis.
So this jinn, and this will sound very familiar to you. This jinn appears to men as a beautiful young woman.
Ooh, a siren.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Succubus.
Once she has attracted the men, she turns into this horrific creature and ends up eating them.
Sounds like marriage.
Sounds like marriage.
Just kidding. I love you, babe.
Yeah, there are several reports out there of jinn sightings. There was actually a movie released in 2013 called Jinn. If you have not seen this movie, it's a decent watch. I mean, it's got some creep to it.
The creep factor's there.
But it kind of revolves around the story of the jinn.
Yeah, I know a lot of people probably know this, but like the jinn there's a lot of different things that are named or can be considered a jinn.
Right.
So
jinn is basically a genie.
Yeah. Yeah, Robin Williams, he's a jinn. And we ain't talking about gin and juice. But yeah, I mean...
I'd rather be talking about gin and juice.
But yeah...
Look at it now. I'm fucked up now. Sorry.
Oh, shit. But yeah,
but anyway.
It's the classic, succubus story type,
Yes.
Similar.
Yes.
Very similar.
Very similar. She presents herself as a beautiful woman, attracts a male, and he is, in their story, is eaten by the jinn.
Sorry.
Eat me.
It reminded me of that fucking thing, that meme I seen the other day. Had all these fucking praying mantises at the drive-in. Did you see that?
No.
Fucking had all these praying mantises in these cars that drive in.
Nice.
And you see this one sitting in the back. He's looking back, and it says, "Hey, look back here. I think this guy just got laid." And his head's chopped off.
Yeah. Nice.
Fuck, that's fucking funny. Sorry.
Yes. That's a creepy species there, because every time the praying mantis mate, the woman turns around and bites the head off the male. Yeah. So that just proves that you can come and go at the same time.
Come and go as you please.
Even if you don't please.
Oh, even if you don't please.
Bye. The gin.
So another cool thing that we're gonna get into. We're gonna get into this over here. We're gonna jump over to Scotland. We're gonna jump over to Scotland. And this is a haunted highway. One of the most haunted highways in the world. A75 is what they call it. And basically, this fucking highway is basically the Skinwalker Ranch of fucking hauntings.
We're on the highway.
Literally. So, there's a lot of truckers and stuff that completely avoid this highway at all costs. Hundreds of thousands of stories have been told from this highway, and you see every fucking thing. And when I mean you see everything, you see vanishing hitchhikers.
Oh, I love those.
You see fucking Sasquatch. You see ghosts. You see weird animal activities. Everything you think of.
I've seen some weird animal activity around here.
Yeah.
There was two turtles going at it in the backyard the other day.
Somebody posted a video of fucking two bumblebees doing it. Did you see that?
No.
They showed a close-up.
I try and stay away from that. That's not my kind of porn, dude.
They showed a close-up video of two bumblebees having sex, and it looks just like humans.
Well, they say the birds and the bees.
It's fucking hilarious. I was dying laughing. But anyways, this highway, man, Highway A75 in Scotland. Like I said, you literally see everything. There's stories about vanishing hitchhikers on there a lot. There's a story about there was a lady driving down the highway one night, and she kept seeing the same man miles and miles apart on the highway as she was going.
That sounds like that episode of The Twilight Zone called The Hitchhiker.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which
my way.
Which is where they may have got,
They may
some
have
stuff.
gotten that.
Because this highway is super haunted, guys. And it's pretty cool. Like I said, it's like the Skinwalker Ranch. There's everything here. Aliens, all kinds of shit.
Yeah. Nice.
Which, by the way, talking aliens, did you see the news today?
No, I haven't watched the news because there's too much COVID shit on it.
Well, I guess I should rephrase that because I don't watch the news. But
you're talking the real news.
Real news. Someone posted a video or a thing up. Oh, it was Joe Rogan posted this thing up, and it said that the government came out. And he showed the headline. Government came out today and said that they have an off-world vehicle.
Nice.
Dude.
Well, I know that there's been a lot of stuff going on lately about the president has been trying to release a bunch of information that he thinks the public should be aware of.
I'm telling you right now, brother, like there's some cool shit going on.
Yeah.
I told you Fox aliens are real.
Yeah.
No, they said that they have an off-world vehicle, is what they called it.
Wow. That's some A-tip shit right there.
I'll give you a tip.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, that's
tip.
fucking cool as shit, dude.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Definitely.
for them to say, I knew it wouldn't be long after hearing these stories coming out. And
there's been a lot of talk in the news here lately about.
Well, and I've been listening to a lot of interviews. And Joe Rogan just had, oh, gosh dang it. What's his name? I'm on the look because I can't not know it now. And George.
Knapp.
George Knapp.
Yeah.
And
George Knapp is my hero. I would love to sit and talk to him for an hour or so.
Yeah, but there's somebody. Hold on. George Knapp and the guy who is the one who broke Bob Lazar's story.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Santiago or
nope,
something?
Jeremy Corbell.
Jeremy Corbell. Okay.
Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp. And they're talking about like all this stuff. And man, there's a lot of cool shit out there now that the government's actually saying this shit.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
George Knapp did a really cool documentary about the Skinwalker Ranch.
Yep. He talked about that
George
on his
Knapp,
podcast.
if you guys don't know who he is, you really need to look him up. George Knapp is an investigative reporter out of Las Vegas, and he is the foremost authority on extraterrestrial existence.
Yeah, he
the guy has done it all.
and what's crazy is that he started out as a skeptic.
He did, and he's a firm believer now. I would love to sit and talk to that guy for even just an hour, you know. Mm-hmm. But I could talk to him all night. He's just so down to earth.
Maybe I got him mixed up. Maybe George Knapp is the one that helped out Bob Lazar.
I'm not sure about that. Bob Lazar came out on his own.
Yeah,
but now I don't know if he did that with George Knapp's help.
Yeah, because George Knapp or Jeremy, sorry guys, I'm fucking twisting it up if I am, but he's the one that made him put out
twisted.
He's the one that made him put it out there.
Yeah,
he's the one that wrote the story. He's the one that started out all the stuff. So
the guy you were talking about, Cordell was his name.
Yeah.
I watched an interview of him with. Isn't he the guy that did the
documentary?
The documentary about Bob Lazar.
Yeah, Bob Lazar, Area 51, and like flying saucers or something. like that.
Yeah. Which is very good. If you guys haven't seen that, I think it's on Netflix.
Yes.
It's a very cool story. Very cool story. Alien.
Related shit.
Yeah.
But it was just a really cool interview, and I was super surprised. I was like, man, that's crazy. And then now they're coming out with all this bullshit.
Yeah.
Dude, just for them to say they
and it's really weird that here recently, and we've talked about this in another episode. We did an episode a couple months ago about aliens and, different things going on in the government right now. And why would they, at this time, start changing things in the government? Like they've created ATIP, which is what is it? Aeronautical threat assessment and protect or something. I don't remember exactly what it was, but so now they've created this new branch of the government called ATIP,
Space Force,
and they've started they have told the Navy or well, all the pilots, but it was specifically the naval pilots, that they were telling them that they can no longer call these things UFOs.
Yeah.
They have to call them AAVs.
Advanced aerial vehicle or something like that.
What was it?
Advanced
aerial vehicle or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Why? Why would you change that at this point? You know.
Well, like I said, they just come out and literally said they have an off-world vehicle, dude.
So, but we're not here to have another alien conversation.
We're here to fucking talk about whatever the fuck we want to.
But I find that stuff fascinating. You know, why would you change that?
Yeah, man.
You know,
I'm with you.
Especially
I'm
now.
with you, yeah, fucks.
So. But anyway, I'm going to tell you an interesting little story, little ditty about Jack and Diane.
Yeah, two married kids doing the best they can.
Yeah. I think I like the line about his hand between her knees or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, we are going to talk about the Beijing Ghost Bus.
Ooh, yeah.
So this is a story that has been going around Beijing, China for ever. And it is about a goat. A goat. It's about a goat. Greatest of all time. So it is about a bus that the driver is driving along, and it's a story that's told amongst people. There's a bus driver that's driving a bus down a road, and he sees these two men, and they start waving down the bus. And as he approaches them, he's like, I don't know if I want to pick them up or not, because they're not really at a bus stop. They're just kind of out here, you know, on the sidewalk or whatever.
The town is that way.
Yeah. So he reluctantly pulls over to pick them up. Well, it ends up not being two men, but three. These two men are carrying another guy, like, you know, kind of like arm over each shoulder, you know, like the dude's drunk or whatever.
Weekend at Bernie's.
And basically, yeah, Weekend at Bernie's style. Basically, these two men tell the bus driver that their friend has been severely hurt and they need to get him to a hospital. They need a ride. So the bus driver decides to give the guy a ride, or give these three men a ride. So they get on the bus, and after just a little while, all the rest of the people on the bus are pulling the brake, you know, ringing the bell or whatever it is you call it, and they want to get off the bus. And there are several stories about these three men that get on this bus. Their feet don't seem to touch the ground. In fact, they don't even have feet.
Oh, shit.
So basically, what they're telling this bus driver is that these three individuals are apparitions that he's picked up. So as these people file off the bus, these three men are in the back of the bus, and then the story gets weird from here, because they never really tell you what happens to the three men. But typically, when this story is told, they find a bus that is off route, several miles away. They'll find it somewhere, and once they find the bus, when they get inside it, they will find like decomposing bodies.
Holy shit.
Inside the bus.
Damn.
Very strange story.
Like more than three?
Like, yeah. Like they'll find, well, they'll find two or three. Most of the people end up getting off the bus, but the people that don't get off the bus don't ever get off the bus.
Damn, that's fucking crazy.
So very trippy story. And that's out of Beijing, China. So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, though.
Now, there's never really been any, I couldn't find any hard evidence on it, but I kept seeing the story pop up in different places. People telling the same kind of story.
Yeah, there was a cool story out of Russia. I didn't write it down, but I'm going to try to remember it. It's about the ship. This haunted ship in Russia.
What?
Haunted shit. Someone took a haunted shit. No, there's this.
I took a haunted shit earlier today. Fucking scared the crap out of me.
But, no, there's this ship, and is a naval like a military ship. I don't know what the Russians call it, but anyway, they had
I call it Das Boot.
Das Boot. Soldiers kept jumping off the ship and committing suicide. So at first they thought, well, maybe it's just these guys couldn't hack it, blah, blah. Well, it's been going on for years. And finally, the last time it happened, the captain jumped off and like 4 other soldiers jumped off the ship and killed themselves. So the rest of the soldiers all got into the fucking safety boats and shit and burnt the fucking ship to the ground. They were all cheering and screaming and celebrating it afterwards.
Yeah.
That it burnt to the ground. Or burnt to the water, I should say.
Dude, I'm glad you brought that up because that would be a really good episode for us at some point. Like ghost ships and ships that have vanished, like the Lusitania that vanished in Lake Michigan and stuff like that. You know, never to be seen again. You know,
dude, I listened to a crazy ass podcast the other day, and they were talking about different dimensions and shit, and they were talking about like the world being in a simulation, and
we all live in the Matrix.
Dude, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah. It's the Truman Show.
The Truman Show. But anyways, I'm going to get something again from Russia.
Do it.
And it's something we all know about.
I hope it's vodka.
I ain't talking about fucking John Wick, but talking about the Baba Yaga.
Ooh.
The Baba Yaga. The boogeyman. Or actually, in the Slavic, it's a woman. Also known as the Old Hag.
Oh, shit.
So, what's cool about...
Wait. I have never put the Old Hag and Baba Yaga together.
Oh, well, you got to look into the Slavic version of this shit. So, all right, so the story is that the Baba Yaga lives in the woods.
Yep.
And as you go into the woods, you'll come across a fence that's made out of human bones. And as you cross through the fence, you're in the Baba Yaga's territory. See, now in the Slavic, interpretation of this, she can help or she can hinder. See, they used it as, the boogeyman story. Except
you act right and walk the straight and narrow.
She won't hurt you, but if you're bad, she'll get you. Right?
She's going all Krampus on them.
So what's cool about this is, like I said, you got the fence that, exactly. That's exactly what I thought of whenever that's exactly what I thought of.
Great minds think alike.
Exactly what I thought. I swear to God on everything. That's exactly what I thought of when I did that. I'm like, oh, it's kind of like Krampus.
Yeah.
But anyways, so like I said, you go into the woods and you see the fence made out of bones and everything. And she's a creepy old woman who was a cannibal, right?
Cannibal corpse.
A cannibal witch is what they called her, okay? And like we said, if you're good, she would kind of help. If you're bad, well, then you're going to pay the price. And like stories would say, the parents, she would grind up little kids. What's funny and crazy about this is that she would ride around in a cauldron, basically. And she used
wouldn't think of a cauldron as a mode of transportation.
Exactly, but she's a witch, so, to each their own. But she also had, like, a staff made out of human bones with a skull on top that she used to steer. Now, some of the descriptions of her vary and stuff, but, like, they said that... she had very sharp teeth, so she could chew through bones and grind them down and stuff. And like, she would grind them down. And then said that she was had a super hairy nose. Her nose hairs reached down past her chest.
What the fuck?
Okay.
He's one of them things like I got in my bathroom that you stick up your nose.
Yeah. She had super skinny legs. And her eyes were dark holes. And she had like the long nappy hair. Yeah, long nappy hair. And like the stories, it's crazy. This is where it gets really weird. Okay, so like her cabin, her home, right?
Okay.
That she would she'd lead you to was on two huge giant chicken legs.
Nice.
Okay?
Nice.
I don't know why, but the house could get up and move.
That's fucking creepy.
It's where she wanted it. Yeah. And
you know, it's weird that you say that because I think I've seen that picture.
yeah, probably.
Really, I mean,
Yeah.
looking at some, I had looked at some Baba Yaga stuff, and I don't know.
I
That
guarantee
sounds
you've
really
seen
familiar.
it. If you looked up Baba Yaga stuff, you've seen this picture.
Yeah.
I guarantee you. But she would pull kids' teeth out. She would, she would basically torture kids to death.
Lovely.
If you were a bad little shit,
Yeah.
But who knows?
Yeah.
It's like everything. Like I said, what's the best way to get your kids to act right?
Right.
Tell them, hey, if you don't fucking act, Baba Yaga's coming for your ass.
In Western civilization, we tell them that they're not going to get any presents for Christmas.
Yep. Or you say,
the boogeyman's going to get you.
or you say Michael Myers is coming for my kids, or my kids Siren Head. I don't know who's Siren Head.
Oh, I have seen that. Siren Head's an interesting concept for me.
Yeah, my son, my Knox, my youngest.
Yeah.
I don't like Siren Head, Dad.
Yeah, I wouldn't like him either.
He kills people and eats them.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah? Well, what the hell are you watching?
Yeah.
Who's letting you watch this shit?
Turn that damn TV off.
I told him, I said, you ain't watching no more fucking movies with your brother no more. But,
or your dad.
Yeah, well, But yeah, Baba Yaga in the Slavic, it's a woman. And
you better show that kid 2 weeks notice or something.
Yeah. He's been watching stuff like Krampus. He literally watched Krampus for 3 days straight.
I don't blame him. Krampus is a really cool movie.
He watched that movie. He watches a movie until he can quote it. At fucking 3 years old.
Yeah, the atmosphere of that movie is just insane.
It's great.
It is. It's a good movie.
But thank you for giving me a copy, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Which my son has burnt out. He's freaking literally, he watches a movie till he can quote it.
Nice.
That's what he does, man.
Nice.
Now he walks around quoting horror movies. I love it, and I hate it at the same time. It's like, what if I created another monster? Now my oldest son, he's wanting to watch he's getting in dirt bikes, but he wants to watch Michael Myers and Jason. Why can't I watch Jason?
Dude, bring him over here. We'll watch Porky's.
Yeah, that's why I can't let him watch Jason. I'm like, son, there's too much in this movies you cannot see, and it has nothing to do with the gore. I really don't, he knows the difference between what's real and what's not. It's all the other stuff.
It's all the boobs.
Which, don't get me wrong, I'm glad that he's excited about that kind of stuff. He just got in trouble at school for telling girls they're sexy. I'm like, really?
You sexy motherfucker.
Yeah, so, not that I'm against that stuff, but I'm hardcore against anything that has to do with children and that kind of shit. Don't get me started on it. You guys know how I feel about that. So that
all right,
kind of...
let's not go there then.
Yeah, that's where I had to fucking draw a line. Why don't we get us some more urban legends? How about that? Huh? Why don't you tell us something you know about something that you know?
Well, here's something that I read. So I thought this was kind of an interesting story, so I decided to throw it in my list here. And this is a story about the Night Marchers.
Ooh.
The Night Marchers is a story that is from Hawaii.
Oh, cool. I think I've heard this.
Basically, what the Night Marchers are is they are a group of ancient Hawaiian warriors that this group, what they were designed for, what they were created for, were to basically protect the most sacred people in Hawaii. And the story was that, and everybody knew that you, as a commoner, could not look at these sacred people. If you did, you would die. So these Night Marchers were there to protect these sacred people, and maybe they were killing these commoners. They wouldn't come out and tell me that, but
I got my suspicions.
I put two and two together.
I got my suspicions.
So we're talking ancient times. So now what is going on in Hawaii, and it still happens today, that there are certain nights where you will see these night marchers walking down the street. And they're, of course, apparitions of these ancient warriors. And as they walk down the street, no one really knows why they're there or what they're trying to protect. But the legend has it, if you look directly at a night watcher, you will be marked for death.
Dang.
So
mind your business.
And there's a lot of stories in Hawaii about people who have claimed to have seen these things, and the general consensus is look away as soon as you see them.
Mind your business.
Mind your own business.
Mind your business.
They are apparently there to protect something, or else they wouldn't come back.
True. Yeah, man.
So
mind your business. That's
I just thought it was an interesting story. And it's funny because I've got a nephew that was born in Hawaii, raised in Hawaii. I really want to get in touch with him and talk to him about this story and see if he knows anything about it.
Cool. That'd be cool.
Because Hawaii's got so many different rituals, and so you've got the goddess Pele, who is they claim that if you see her, you will burn up in a volcano. But
stay away from volcanoes.
Yeah, stay away from volcanoes.
Sounds like people in Hawaii want you to mind your damn business.
Yeah.
Don't be looking at people. Yeah. Well, I got a cool story for you. From Scotland again.
Scotland.
And it's about the Gilly-Doo.
The what?
The Gilly-Doo.
Gilly-Doo.
Okay?
They got some cool names for shit over there.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Greyfriars Crickyard. Who the hell?
So, what's cool about this is that this is where they say the story of Tooth Fairy came from.
Oh, nice. You talking with The Rock? Oh, no, sorry, different story.
If you smell, no,
we're talking Darkness Falls here.
Yes. Well, what's cool about this is that Darkness Falls probably got some shit from this. Probably got some info and stuff from this. Cause so the Gilly-Doo was a type of a fairy, male usually.
You can't say that on the air.
Hey. And the thing about the Gilly-Doo is that it's a little bit bipolar. So sometimes it would help you, sometimes it'd kill you.
Sounds like Baba Yaga.
Except, well, kind of, yeah. But with this one, what's crazy about this is, even if he helped you, it'd be painful. Because how he helped you, mainly children, is he'd pull their teeth out and to use them to make a spell to keep them safe.
Nice.
So you see where the instance of the Tooth Fairy comes in.
Yeah, okay.
Except, the Tooth Fairy doesn't pull your teeth out while you're still connected to your face. And he would, like I said, he pulled the kids' teeth out to perform spells to keep them safe. Now, they described him as very tall. Basically, imagine a tree. Imagine Groot.
I am Groot.
That is what the Gilly-Doo would look like. Except he would have long fingers, and kind of more human-like, but basically Groot.
More human than human.
More human than a human. But yeah, so like I said, this is where they kind of got the inspiration for the Tooth Fairy from.
Nice.
The fact that, except this Tooth Fairy jerked her damn teeth out.
It was a little sadistic.
Without the Novocaine and while they're stuck in your
I always wondered about the Tooth Fairy. Why does the Tooth Fairy pay you for your teeth?
Something's going on here.
Well,
adrenochrome. Anyways, that's another story.
Maybe that bitch likes to eat them.
They're not like good tooth. But anyways, guys.
Got me some French fried tooth.
But yeah, guys, that's a few of them. There's a ton of them from all over the world.
Out there.
We may do more. We probably will do more.
I'm sure we will. And there's some of these that we're gonna kind of
delve more into.
We just kind of wanted to get a list together. We were looking at some different stuff, and
I was like, man, I really want to start doing stuff from around the world because there's with the history.
There's so much out there.
Yeah, man, and there's such a long history all over the world that it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool, man. And you see where a lot of stuff originates from, like I said, Tooth Fairy and stuff like that, and the Boogeyman. Mm-hmm. You see where that kind of stuff come from, made its way over to America. So that's pretty cool, man.
Hell yeah.
Well, yeah, guys, that's going to be it for tonight's episode. But anyways, we love you guys. You know this. Thanks for all the support, as always, And we're going to keep on putting out some good shit for you.
Hell yeah.
If you guys got any suggestions, send us a message and let us know.
Definitely.
We will do them.
About anything.
We will do them. Anyways, guys, we're going to end this. So, as always, until next time, keep it creepy.